So me F21, and my BFM 22, have known each other for about 2 years and been dating for 6 months. Usually he is very sweet and considerate of me and my needs. We spend ample time together and he has never given any indication of crossing my boundaries or being disrespectful. But recently he begun doing something that I now find a bit weird. He has a gaming setup in the nook of his apartment where he plays with some people friends online often. He does and stream or anything, but there is a camera on his monitor that I have never seen on, but is and covered by any tape. A couple of weeks ago I was over and he was gaming, which was fine. I made some sandwiches for us because usually he finish up within a few minutes. This time he took a bit longer than usual, so I popped in and asked when he thought he'd be done. I admit I did sit in his lap, but he took the opportunity to initiate some touching. One thing led to another and we ended up being intimate. I went along with it, but moved to unplug his headset and he didn't protest. That was that, and we spent the day together like normal. But then it happened again about a week later. He began maneuvering me into his lap during a game, even being verbal with the mic on. Obviously this made me uncomfortable, so I asked him to turn it off as well as the game. He played it off like he forgot the mic was on, but I'm not so sure. Incidents like that have happened 2 more times. Both times I declined before it got too far, but I wondering if something weird is going on. I got a bit paranoid and checked his monitor, but the camera was still off. I asked him to put some tape over the camera and he got a little defensive, asking if I thought he was a pervert or something. He would not let it go even after I explained some concerns with people hacking cameras and his mic being on. He shrugged and basically told me that it's not a big deal if people hear us. People do it all the time. I was in complete disbelief about that and upset that he didn't see the issue. That statement all but confirmed he was doing it on purpose, but he maintains that turning off the mic slipped his mind. So am I overreacting? Is there something going on that I'm not seeing, or is it most likely nothing? I scared to ask my friends about it and similar experiences because it a bit embarrassing. And this is my first serious BF. Every time I try to have a conversation about it he manages to make me feel like I'm making things weird or bigger than they are. Update. So after the influx of messages warning me about some nefarious spyware or hidden cameras in his home, I took it upon myself to check out my BF computer when he was not home. He does not have a password, but I also don't ever go on his PC, so I feel he didn't take any preventative measures against snooping. I do feel bad about it, but all the messages gave me horrific anxiety, and he refused multiple attempts at a mature conversation. So I looked through folders, programs, and browser history, and no, I did not find any secret OnlyFans or creep shots of me. What I did find was small archive of XXX gamer videos. I don't know exactly how to feel about it, but the video titles included things like XX under the desk. Support under the desk gamer leaves camera on. I felt immediately violated and alarmed. It seemed like he intended to recreate the videos with me, but I have no idea how far he'd been willing to take it. I continued searching and stumbled upon an old 4chan account I had no idea he had. He does not even use Reddit. The account only had posts dating back to around 7-8 years ago, but some recent saved threads made my stomach twist. One of the threads went into detail about how they coerced their partner into performing on the mic for their gaming buddies. The thread was extremely explicit, graphic, and humiliating. There were other threads following a similar vein, but I could not stomach reading them. I grabbed all my things and quickly left. I blocked my BF number and hadn't spoken to him since. The thought of his voice made me feel ill, and I honestly felt unsafe being in that appointment and near his computer. I called my sister and she came back to the appointment to stay with me. Once I told her everything, I assume he started spamming me all day. Once I didn't respond to his messages in the afternoon, because he showed up at my place toward the end of the night. My sister blocked him at the door and would not let him see me. I simply curled up in bed and hid under the covers to block it all out. She called him a weirdo and a pervert, and I suppose he caught on because he started trying to explain from the doorway. My sister cut him off and he only ended up leaving once she threatened to call the police on him. He didn't try to come back again, but I kept him blocked for the next few days. He eventually managed to get through on a burner account. He questioned me and asked me why I was doing this. I explained, listing out everything I found on his computer and sending screenshots. How he lied, gaslighted me, and attempted to use me without my explicit consent. There was radio silence on the other end until apologies started rolling in, begging me to give him another chance and let him explain. I denied and told him to give me time to think. Then I blocked that account as well. That was a couple of days ago, and my head is honestly so scrambled. I have no idea what to think. I feel betrayed and violated on a cellular level. If the thought of humiliating me gives him any pleasure at all, the thought of stepping back into that apartment makes my skin crawl, and I have no clue if I even want to have a sit down with him or just be done with it all. Edit. I feel that I need to clarify because there is some confusion. I do not know exactly how 4chan works, though this website had exclusively 4chan content. I did not spend very long in the forum if that was what it was. Please do not attack me in the comments for my slip-up. My focus was on typing this for anyone who took the time to give me advice in the hopes that it would help clear my head. You are better off without this creep. The only thing he apologized to you was getting caught, and the only thing he will change is how he hides his things. Don't waste another thought about him. Take a break. Focus on school and move on. A really big thumbs up for your sister for helping you this much and blocking him at the door. True sisterhood. I wish you well and good fortune at school and your future relationships. That was the first story, and now we are going to listen today's second story. My wife of 2 years is cheating on me. Today I am 27, found out my wife F25 is cheating on me. As with all cheaters, she messed up. She left her second phone home when she left for work. I numb because I heard her phone go off and I assumed she had just left it and we were supposed to meet up for lunch later, but when I picked up her phone I saw a number I didn't recognizing the text on there said it all. It read, "I can wait to see you tonight." Yeah, I know that maybe that just a friend and this could just be a work phone, but my gut tells me otherwise. I even thinking about it and she has been acting weird. She been working long hours. She been on 2 girls trips this month, and she been randomly called in to work on her days off. I don't know what to do. Her second phone has a lock on it, otherwise I open it and read the other texts. What do I do? Update 1. I just finished with lunch with her. I confronted her about the phone and the look of horror on her face broke what little hope I had left that she was not cheating on me. I gave her her phone and told her to open it and show me the text thread, and the messages date back to December. I asked her how long she'd been cheating and she confessed. She broke down and started apologizing as I read the messages, which were like daggers straight to my heart. I asked her again how long, and apparently it'd been happening our whole marriage. When I told her I don't think I could forgive her, she got mad and drove home, packed a suitcase and left. I sitting here on our bed with a mixture of sorrow, pain, and a desire to just wake up from this nightmare. I don't know where I went wrong. Why could not I be a better husband to her? I feel so lost and hopeless. She was my everything. Update 2. Today I had the locks changed to the house. I called a divorce attorney to help me and I meet with him in a day, so hopefully he takes my case. I went through some of her messages and her friend messages to me. Apparently she twisted the story to make it look like I cheated on her and she the victim. Unfortunately for her, I took a picture of the text that said "I can wait to see you" and sent that to her family. I don't know if that will do anything, but yeah, I feel insanely guilty every text I read from her. She called me about 40 times and left voicemails, which I immediately deleted. With all the support and help from you guys, I feel like I can make it through this. Oh, also I did set a DRS appointment to get tested for STDs. My family believes me and support me, and my friends support me too. I still have a lot of pain in me, but I feel like I can breathe a little better, and as some of you have mentioned that it can only get better from here. I hope this is the case because this hurt is one I never want to feel again. I'll keep you updated as it comes. Final update. I was on the couch with my gun in my hand. I was crying in IDKY, but I fell asleep. I woke up to my phone going off. I'm in the ER right now waiting to go to the mental health ward. I am in the mental health unit now and they allow me to have my phone for 20 minutes, so I wanted to give you an update. I called my brother and he going to my house to take and lock up my guns until I get through this. I going to be here for a week or 2 until the DRS feel like I not a danger to myself. Thanks for listening everyone. If you enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Reddit Zone to never miss a future upload.